those of you just joining us, I would like to introduce myself in the language as was taught to me by my elders and my language speakers, just so you guys can hear this sound of our language. Aha, bonjour, nindanawe, maginiduk. Hello to all my relatives out there. Papewagush, Nindajirikash, Laughing Fox is my name. Nindamikazigude, I come from the Eagle Clan and the Squabbicom Nindunjiba. I come from the Red Cliff Band of Lake Superior Ojibwe Indians, located on the most farthest north of Wisconsin that you can go. There's a small group of islands called the Apostle Islands, where I reside. Now, there is 22 Apostle Islands. So not only where the people, the explorers, lost at sea, they also couldn't count because there was 22 Apostle Islands. Oh, yes. It's always a great honor for me to be able to storytell and talk about our culture and our history. And I'd like to resonate on some of those dates that are important to us. And I really think as far as education-wise, we should remember some of these things. And my job as a storyteller is trying to bring you into what it is like for the indigenous people and kind of to get us put into that mindset and a little bit of that history. So I'm going to use the language this time to do that. And when I first introduced myself and I said, hello to all my relatives, I just wasn't talking about my biological relatives. I was acknowledging that living spirit that resides in that tree, that living spirit that resides in that river, even that living spirit that resides in that rock. And when you have a whole continent of people believing that everything has a spirit, it makes it that much harder for us just to take and take and take. Nowadays, I think that we're kind of violating the Creator's great law of take only what you need, right? And now we see Mother Earth suffering because of the choices that the humans, us, have made to this point. But here we are gathered today, much like that of our ancestors, to share in culture, to share in stories. And a lot of times when people would meet, when two nations would come together, one of the first things that we would do is we would take out the puagan, the pipe. And we would smoke the pipe with the idea that we have one breath, one prayer going up to the Creator to be heard. And then we would trade goods for each other's mutual survival. One might even say, that false narrative out there that indigenous peoples were all at war with each other. And if it wasn't for us, they would still be killing each other, right? We've all heard that kind of talk. But one might say that the indigenous peoples were actually in the business of meeting other cultures. And today, Woodland Sky has brought together many different dance and stories. And I will do my best to narrate them and to try to inform you as we go along. But yes, this next dance that we're going to share is called the Grand Entry. And it's one of many ways on how we come together and we celebrate that light that's inside of each of us. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege to present to you Woodland Sky Native American Dance Company, Miigwech.